You just want to lift up man and demean God. I've seen Christians use rhetoric like this over the years, and of the times I've seen this rhetorical ploy used, it did not help the conversation, it did not make sense, or was very accusatory and kind of stopped a what would have been or could be an intellectual conversation. Let me give you an example of just that.
What exactly is panentheism? If this sounds confusing, that's because it is. This is simply just another attempt to elevate man and demote God.
But this shows a fundamental misunderstanding of panentheism, as well as weaker versions of panentheism that Christians have accepted over the course of church history. And this includes people like Gregory Palamas, the Palamite panentheism. This includes Martin Luther. This includes Athanasius, among many others. Probably the Apostle Paul as well. Also, this doctrine doesn't lift up man. In fact, if you understand Christian panentheism properly, man is entirely dependent on God, because without God's very existence, nothing would exist. And that includes you and me. It's kind of hard to lift up man while making man so dependent on something else. There are some versions of panentheism that are problematic or kind of just become pantheism, or at least sound that way. And panentheism is also typically associated with something like process theology, and we should definitely have those. We should definitely have concerns about those things. And to clarify, I love Melissa Daugherty. I would encourage you guys to check out her YouTube channel, check out Cross Examined. I think they're all doing great work. But notice how the rhetoric here is completely void of any sort of nuance, isn't actually true to the doctrine itself, and shows a lack of awareness about our own common heritage as Christians. There is no dealing with the biblical text, with the academic literature, none of that. And so this is a good example to me of how this kind of rhetoric causes some massive problems. I'm not saying it can never be deployed. I'm not saying there aren't people who essentially believe themselves to be gods and want other people to believe themselves to be gods. But panentheism, especially as it's been formulated in the Christian tradition, has not done this. To be fair, maybe she's also critiquing a non-Christian form of panentheism, but I still don't think that gets you to the rhetoric that she's trying to get at. So this is just a reminder to Christians to watch the kind of language and rhetoric that you're using and ask yourself whether or not, one, it's true, two, it's helping critical thinking, and three, is it helping the conversation or not. That said, let me know what you guys think about this down in the comments below, and make sure you follow me for more content like this.